What's going on, YouTube? It's a late day, got out of work late, had to stay for a project manager class or whatever the hell, but we're headed home now. Honestly, not much going on today from what I could tell. I mean, we got a little financial news here and there. We got Kamala Harris throwing out some more longer format interviews. It's a little late in the election cycle, I think, now. I mean, we only got 20 some days left, 30 days left to election time. But financially, I mean, I don't really, this is me just talking because I'm not that educated on the subject, but we got Chinese stock market, the Hong Kong market, which I think is separate to the Chinese market, their equivalent of like our NASDAQ or S&P 500 or whatever. Basically has been all over the place. We were on like a solid downtrend over there, and then basically China is now announcing they're going to come out and start stimulating their economy again, basically printing money. People are getting a little worried about it. I don't know, mostly because the headline I saw was basically I think it was the Hong Kong one, had its worst day since 2008, basically, like its worst one-day drop since 2008. And people are getting worried because we live in a world now that's so interconnected. Obviously, if you're American watching this, we all know like so much of our shit comes from China. So if China financially collapses, you're going to feel it here one way or the other. It's going to happen. And because the world is just globalized at this point, the American stock market is still the biggest market in the world by a good margin. But if the Chinese stock market, these other international markets falter and start falling apart, like start tanking, the American stock market will feel it. The American economy will feel it. Like I said, our economy has become global, so we can't just discount, especially China, who is the world's largest exporter of things, I guess you want to say. They export the most stuff, products. You're going to feel it if they suffer. And I don't know. There's a lot of people obviously claiming one way or the other that here it comes to the United States, like just around the corner, blah, blah, blah. I've been saying for a while that I think at least we hit election time, and then it's after the election time. They're going to put it off as long as possible, stave it off in any way they can. Fed's cutting rates. They're trying to, I wouldn't be surprised if we keep cutting rates and actually end up stimulating the economy a little bit more when it does start to trip up. But it's a waiting game. We'll have to wait and see, just play it out. I mean, in my mind, I don't mind one way or the other. And if you're watching this, I hope you're in the same boat. It's like, if everything goes to shit, I'm getting ahead, and if everything keeps going great, I'm just going to be trying to get ahead. Like, you can get ahead in either scenario. I mean, one, your assets will be growing in value, and the other one, you can just start accumulating assets a little easier. So it really doesn't matter if you're doing the right things and being relatively smart about it. It's just really not that difficult. Just dollar cost average in and just keep doing that forever. That's my plan. It's easy, honestly, simple stuff, really. Save up enough money, have your emergency fund ready, and then just dollar cost average, and that's a win. It's a win-win. Stock market tanks, I'm buying. Stock market keeps going up, I'm buying. Doesn't change my plans. But what I really wanted to talk about was just the confidence of the economy. And I wanted to ask, if anybody's watching this video right now, like, next 12 months, what's your outlook on the United States economy? You think it's getting better from here? You think we're going to keep going up, stock market keep going up, house prices keep going up? Or you think we're going to have us a little correction, little recession? I think we've been in like a light recession for a while now, technically, or whatever. We're not, but I think my personal opinion is that's roughly where we're at. We're like tiptoeing on the edge of a recession into a light recession, and they're trying to kind of hide that, especially with like media attention and things. They're trying to keep that under the covers for a little while longer. We'll see how long it can last. I don't think you can hide it forever. Cracks start to show, and then that's what I was getting at with the confidence thing. Like, as long as you can keep the general public and therefore the market, so like I would say, like, generally you could say the market is just made up of all the regular people in the world. If you can keep them in a place mentally where they are confident that things are going to keep getting better, or we're on the right track to getting things better, or making things better, improving, we're coming out of bad times, and it's going to keep rolling. The problem is going to be when you lose that confidence. So I don't know if that'll take one big event that causes that to happen, or slowly people, as we watch people just go more and more into debt, their savings run completely dry, home prices are too expensive, car prices are too expensive, college is too expensive, your wages aren't keeping up with inflation. It'll break eventually. When that happens, I don't know. But their whole job is to keep the confidence up and keep everybody calm. I've said it in other videos before, so we'll see how long they can do that. Big things like the Chinese stock market crashing, though, would be catalysts to watching our market lose that confidence. And I don't necessarily, I think that's going to happen immediately, but you just saw a little while ago Japan with the carry trade thing. That tanked our stock market in one day. What was it? Basically, again, the worst day since like the COVID lockdown stuff in 2008, roughly, and one big hit, and we bounced back already from that. But you can start to see there's a lot of volatility here, and everything's wishy-washy, and that's not good for stocks. I mean, in reality, stocks aren't everything to our economy, but it controls a lot. So, like, if the Chinese market falls or falters because the U.S. market we buy all our stuff from them, if our economy is coming to a slowdown or a standstill in the sense of people buying things, what is like the velocity of money, people buy, keep the money moving, you can keep the economy going up, basically on an upward trend. Keep print more money, keep the money moving, and we're in the right direction. As the money slows down, as people are like, I don't have enough money to afford my lifestyle, I can't afford new things, I just got laid off from my job, they quit buying things, that would impact China basically on the other end. They manufacture everything. When people stop buying things, they cannot produce the things. It's a whole chain reaction. Like I said, the global network that is the economy is linked together in how many ever trillions of ways, or millions and trillions of ways, whatever. It's the most complex thing probably. I mean, it's like the internet, but the economy. I mean, it's linked everywhere, every which way, and it's super complex web that is the global economy. So you pull on one side, it will impact the other ones. How much? Like I said, it's so complex. I'm not the one that's going to be able to tell you that. I don't think any person can tell you that. There's economists that I'm sure have their own opinion, but I don't think anybody would say that it's not interconnected. Yeah, if some little tiny country in the middle of nowhere, their economy collapses, it doesn't matter to us. But we're the number one world economy, United States. China's number two. They've been on the up and up for a long time. That's starting to slow down a little bit on their end, but if they falter, we falter. There's no way that the United States gets away unscathed from like a serious economic disaster in China, because basically that means all of Asia is gonna fall apart a little bit. And I don't know too much about China's economic situation, besides I know they're in a similar boat with population, where they're having an aging population and not enough. They basically haven't had enough kids to support their population. I don't know. We can get into all that some other time, like one child policy or whatever that is, that they had for a long time, and their economic system, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Authoritarian capitalism, whatever the hell they're running over there. It's like a weird communism, capitalism hybrid. And their real estate market is a mess, from what I understand, of people just paying crazy money. That's the only asset they have faith in over there. So people dump insane amount of money in it for like homes that aren't even built. These big cities they built that are just empty. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on over there. So we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, who knows? But bad things in other places of the world that are important, China, Europe, are little red flags popping up, I think, here and there. Like I said, we only got a month to the election, basically. And like I said, that's what my thought was, is we wait until the election's over, and then we see if things kick off. I don't know. Stay around, see. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, 12-month outlook, positive or negative. You gotta let me know. My personal one, if we're going like positive is plus 10, like super positive plus 10, super negative negative 10, 0 obviously neutral. I'm saying my outlook for like the next 12 months is like a -4 or 5 probably. Like, I think it's going to get worse. I don't think it's going to implode, but it might, I guess, in theory. But either way, all you can do is just be ready and do your best to prepare, I guess. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.